Good evening, all. Bienvenue, as they say in France. Why am I speaking in French? I don't know. Anyway, good news and bad news. Right. Right, I always want to hear the bad news first, alright? So I'm going to begin. Begin. Da, 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 da. No, hang on. Oh, don't start singing Frank Sinatra now, Harvey. I've got a bit of a sore throat. I'm not feeling 100%. I'm a bit under the weather at the moment. I've been like that for the last 2.5 years, ever since I had a few problems with neighbours, should I say. But anyway, this one I was working on, the 676A. Can't get the bearing. I don't know what AliExpress are bloody doing. I don't know whether there's a shortage to get these damn things, but I can't get hold of any bearings. I need a 2mm bearing. I did actually buy some of the larger ones. Where the hell are they? The 3mm, but I don't think it's going to work. I really need the 2mm, but I don't know. They've got a stock issue. I don't know whether they've just stopped making them or what. I don't know what's bloody going on. Anyway, so that one's on hold for the time being, so I've had to put the cover back on. And I need to bash out the metal on this part because the metal sticks out. Remember I showed you on a previous video, the metal sticking out. So I need something like a bolt, like an iron bolt. Put this on the surface, like a, how can I say, a high surface, so I can get this flush with a wooden panel or something like that, and whack it with a heavy hammer. So get this down. The screws do go in. These are the new screws, but obviously I need to knock this out properly. Look, where am I? Over there. And then respray it all. So I'm going to respray all that. So that's on hold for the time being. Right. The Technics, well, surprise, surprise. Oh, number one, some idiot cut off the mains lead short. Why did they do things like that? Look, I've had to stick an extension lead there. It won't reach the plugs down there. So anyway, I've already got another lead from this Sony music system that, I don't know, I didn't bother fixing it. I should have done because it had a mini disc player in it as well. There's only belts that had gone and I couldn't be bothered. Oh, I don't know. I should have done, really. I got it free from a neighbour. Yeah, a neighbour further down the road. Say no more. So I'm going to make it longer. I've got these special clips where you just push the wires in and they'd lock. And just do that for the time being. Because the thing is, I don't really want to go inside this machine and start messing around. It's only a couple of wires that attach to the transformer, which is around about there. And the reason why I don't want to go inside the machine, because guess what? It's working. Yeah. Yes, folks, it's bloody working. I don't have to change any belts. Rewind and fast forward is perfect. So there we go. So, you know, if it works, don't fix it. That's my motto. If it works, don't fix it. But the machine was actually sold to me as play not working. Now the thing is, with this model, there is another model, and over here it's got a peak level check where you flick the switch over and it checks the peak, you know. And this part here, it's all black. And I think that's the one I had. It wasn't this machine. Well, it was this machine, but it was the later model, the USA. It's not American, but I'm just saying it was the US something A model, like else, like Australia sort of thing. But it wasn't Australia. It's just the model numbers are a bit stupid with Technics. I don't know. But yeah, this part was all black on mine, I remember. But it's just the same machine, just on the other one I had a peak level check over there. I hope you can see this now because I can't get used to these cameras on his phone, but it was over there. So anyway, yeah, the reason why I think he said it wasn't playing, it was playing the tape, but there was no audio because these level meters over here, see it says level, on the later machine it says recording level. Now this works as both playback level and recording level, so obviously these levers weren't up, so when he played back the tape there was no sound when he plugged in the amp. There we go. Well, that's my theory anyway. So that's my Columbo theory. You know my wife. Columbo. Brilliant series. Anyway, before I play it and show you how it works, I just want to show you this first. Now, I do buy a lot of stuff from Temu, and I saw some brand new cassettes. They're starting to produce cassettes again, because I told you years ago, I said, look, don't get rid of your cassette tape, because cassettes are going to come back into fashion, and so are 8-tracks, and so are records. But I hope you believe me now. I can foretell the future. I know what's going to happen. But these are standard cassettes, and I want to test them to see if they work right, if they sound good. I've got this CD player connected. God knows what's in that CD there, because I've got a bad habit of not writing on them. Terrible. I've connected up at the back, so they're all connected up for recording. So I'm going to record something later on that tape to see what they're like, and I might stick a review on AliExpress. And if they're any good, I might buy a few more, because I do need tapes for experimenting with these machines. I don't want to use my original pre-recorded tapes or stuff I've got, like radio shows from Radio 1, you know, Alan Freeman. I don't want to ruin them. I don't want them getting chewed up or anything in the machine if something goes wrong. I mean, these things, I don't give a shit. I really don't care, because they're cheap as chips. But there we go. All right, I had to go through my dad's tapes, and I found this one, and I'm going to play this for a very special person. I'm not going to say who or anything, because it's nobody's business, but this is for a special person. There we go. The Frank Sinatra collection, the best of the radio years dancehall. There we go. Right, so you know who you are. You know who you are. All right, so there we go. I'm going to put it on that. Let me just show you have I got the memory rewind on? Hang on, let's see if this works. Memory on. So if I put it on, put the counter to 0. If I go forward now, it should rewind and stop at that point. Right, look at the rewind. Look, it actually works. A machine that actually bloody works. Rewind and fast forward works. Ah, see, it stopped immediately. Oh God, let me turn it off for a second. Hang on. All right, rewind. Look at that. I could change the belt inside, but it stopped. It's at the beginning of the tape, you see, that's why. There we go, look at that. And fast forward. I can't believe it. A Technics machine actually goes forward and reverse. Hey, you, now look at your cousin up there. Look, it's working. This is how you should be working. You got it or not? Alright, okay. Look at that. Can't bloody believe it. Right, let's put the memory rewind on. Now it should stop at 0. I've got a particular song lined up. I can't remember which song it was now. Look at that, it works. It works. Oh, mustn't swear, Harvey. Shut up. Right. That's not the song. Huh? I went back too far. The only thing I'm worried about is the copyright, because you get these stupid copyrights on YouTube, and then they either ask you to remove the song or you can't play it, which is bloody ridiculous. But did you see the VU meters? It works. So I've actually bought a machine that works. I don't have to do anything apart from extend that mains lead. God, they Philistines. People who cut off the original mains lead should be shot. Alright, if they've got they probably had it mounted in a cabinet and they had one of these distribution boards and they didn't want this long lead hanging around. Well, what you do, right, you just fold it up together and you put on one of these things that were invented about 1 million years ago. Right, not 1 million years ago. A rubber band. Yeah, okay. Come on, what's so difficult about that? Good God. Oh, no, I'll just chop the mains lead off. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, well done. The person who did that, you twat. Anyway. Right, okay, let's play this song. I don't know how much I can play because the copyright issues, but right, here we go. Sounds great.
When they begin.
Remember, these are very old recordings. I don't think they're even in stereo. It's coming out both speakers.
It brings back a night of tropical splendor.
Bloody sounds great.
It brings back.
I'll tell you what I did do. I cleaned the pinch roller in there and the heads. That's all I've done. That is all I've done to this machine. And this coloration, well, I don't know. I'll try a wet wipe, baby wet wipe, non-fragrance. Remember, you must always use non-fragrance because it's probably got a small amount of alcohol in it or something like that. So, but if it doesn't come clean, you know what? What the hell? So what? So bloody what? Right, back to the music.
From every evergreen.
Good old Frank Sinatra.
I'm with you once more under the stars. Down by the shore, an orchestra's playing. Even the palms seem to be swaying when they begin the game. Live it again is past stolen down.
Now this is what you call music.
Except when the tune touches my heart.
Wow.
And there we are, swearing forever.
Look at that.
And promising never, never to part. What moments divine.
What a great machine.
No clouds came along to disperse the joys we have tasted. And now when I hear people curse the chance that was wasted.
Right, I would like to play the whole song. Even that's probably too long. I mean, I'll probably get a damn copyright on that now. And then I'll have to redo the video and put some non-copyright music. Or they might allow it and it might be banned in certain countries only. I actually had a song I was playing one day and they said it's banned in certain countries. So I checked. Where was it banned? In Russia. Wow, big deal. Who cares about Russia? And if there's any Russians watching, I'm sorry, but you know, Russia is a pretty insignificant country at the moment. I don't know. So there we go. That's for a very special person who I know. Very special, great friend. All right. And that's for you. No names mentioned. Because it's nobody's business. There we go. Look, let's try the rewind again. Fast forward. Look at that. Don't swear in the channel. I nearly said F-U-C-K. Look at that. Can't believe it. Rewind and fast forward works. Come on, you can do it, yeah. God knows when the last time this machine was used. I'm going to try recording. I'll stop the video and join it up later and record something onto one of those from Temu. So if you want to get some cassettes and you're not sure where to get them from, that's it, it's finished. That's it. That's the end of the tape. Check. Yep. It's got auto stop and everything. There you go. Check it again. That's it. Right. Brilliant. Everything bloody works. Incredible, eh? Well, it's about time I had a bit of luck. God. Right, I'm going to stop the video now. And I'm going to see what's on that CD. I just hope there's no copyright on that Frank Sinatra, because I'm going to be completely foobarred. If you know what that means, foobar. Yeah. You know what foobar means. Alright. And I should redo the whole damn video. God, Jesus. Anyway, let me record something. I'm going to record something because I can't do it. So I'm holding my iPhone in one hand and I'm trying to play around with the other hand, and it's just impossible for me, you know. I just can't do it. But there we go. All right then, so right, I'll catch you in a second. Right, welcome back. Now that was about a split second for you, but that was about 15 minutes for me, or 20 minutes actually. Oh, well. Are these Temu cassettes any good? The answer is bloody yes. Are they good or what? I just placed another Temu order. If I had known they were this good, I would have bought some more. Damn. Right, here we go. Look, it's in there. Right, I'm not kidding. I recorded with, oh, the lights all work, by the way. I was testing them and they all work fine. Oh, look, chrome dioxide. Where is it? I'll show you one. There we go. Dolby. There we go. And the record does work, but I'm not going to press it, obviously, so I'm going to erase the tape. But I recorded with no Dolby, all right? That's the ultimate test. Don't record with Dolby. And that's it, really. Was there any tape hiss? No, I couldn't believe it. I thought, what the hell? I mean, normally with cassettes, you do get a little bit of tape hiss. I actually thought for 1 minute, one fleeting moment, because, you know, I normally demonstrate my Revox machines after I fix them, whatever. And I thought the Revox was playing. I got confused. But anyway, look, CD player's off, right? Now, a lot of these cheap cassettes used to make a lot of squealing noises. I remember back in the 70s, yeah, when I bought my first cassette machine. Yeah, I'm that old, yeah, oh, well, never mind. So anyway, I remember this go. Squealing, yeah, really bad. I don't know if you're old enough to remember the old cassettes. But look at these. Oh, let me go forward. Perfect, no squealing. What the hell? Look at that. God. I struck gold with this machine, I really did. Rewind. Oh, no squealing. Right, let me set the memory on so it stops where I actually started recording. It should be on about number, I think it was number 10. Even the counter belt's working. What the hell? I really struck lucky with this machine. Good God. That time I had a bit of luck. Right, there we go. Stopped. There we go. That all works. Now, you've got the same on this machine. Where is it? Where's the memory bloody thing? Yeah, memory play. But on this machine, because the capstan revolves all the time, it stops on 0 and then it replays automatically. All right, so that's the difference. Because these are mechanical buttons, it doesn't work that way. Anyway, right, you ready for this? Because I am impressed, and I wish I had done this, made this video yesterday or something, because I would have ordered more of these damn cassettes. They're brilliant. And they're not even chrome dioxide. They're just normal, standard, ordinary 120 microsecond. Look, here we are. Equalization 120 US microsecond tape. Standard, ordinary cassettes, right? All right, you ready for this? Let's play it. And I'm going to play the whole thing through, and I'll just risk the copyright. I don't know. I just hope not, because I'll have to redo the whole bloody video again. Right, the volume levels are, oops, just hit the phone. So number 3, near enough. It might be too loud actually. Oh, I forgot I was going to turn that on. That all shines up blue, that Revolt sign, but too late now. Can't do it. Right, let's go. It should play in a second. Oh, I went back too far. Hang on. You'll have to wait a minute. Should start on number 10 with any luck, if that count is accurate. Right, ready? This wasn't rehearsed very well, was it? Should start now. Come on. There we go. And I over-modulated slightly. You know, I made the meters go into the red. It's always best to over-modulate than under-modulate. If you I can't even say it now. Hang on. If you under-modulate the recording, then you'll introduce tape hiss. So always over-modulate slightly to make sure they dip into the red. So long as they don't stay up there like that, just make sure you can over-modulate a bit. And you can over-modulate even more if you're using chrome dioxide tapes. but this is just a standard bloody Temu tape, and I'm really impressed. Anyway, let me carry on. Amazing. I wish he was here in this room. You can hear the stereo. It's perfect. It's perfect. I can't believe how good it sounds. Jesus. Perfect. Now if you can hear me, is there anyone home? Come on, come on, come on. I hope you can hear the stereo effect, because this phone is stereo. I don't know. Coming from that speaker.
Just the basic facts.
And that
There is no pain, you always see it.
sounds great. I can't believe how good it sounds. You were only coming through in waves. Shut up, Harvey.
Your lips move, but I can't hear what you say.
Wow.
When I was a child, I had freedom. My hands felt just right to the moon.
And that's no Dolby.
Now I've got the feeling once again.
Wow.
Can't explain, you will not understand. This is not how I am.
Had to come comfortably numb. Wow. Sounds amazing. Comfortably numb. Okay, okay, okay. Just a little pinprick. Harvey, stop.
Can you stand up? I do believe it's working good.
Wow.
Keep it going, throw the shot.
See, it's not the CD. It's the cassette. Look. There we go. Pause. See? I'm not lying. Bloody hell. You were only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I had a feeling. Oh, my throat's hurting. I don't know whether to stop it or not. Yes? No? I'll take a chance. I had to come comfortably numb. I can't believe how good this sounds. God. Wow. Wow. That's it. Look at that. I thought I was actually playing the Revox earlier on when I played it back, because I did play it back to check it. Oh, I wish you could be in this room and actually hear it. Now, the thing is, the stereo won't come out perfectly because the iPhone is horizontal and the two microphones are underneath, I think. I'm not sure now. And you need to have it the other way around, you know, like vertical, to get the proper stereo effect. But I don't know whether you can hear that or not. But wow, I'm blown away. These cheap O cassettes, cheap O ordinary normal ferric cassettes, bloody amazing. I will have to find an old Chrome tape somewhere and try recording with a Chrome tape, but I can't even think how that's going to sound better. Jesus Christ. No squeaking or anything. They're great cassettes. Oh, I just placed an order for bloody Temu tonight, for some other bits. And I wish I'd bought some more of these cassettes. Damn, I've only got another 2. Look, I bought 3 of them the other day. Shit. All right, there we go. Yep, let me go forward again. Play another bit, hang on. Just to show you, look, it really is the cassette. Would I cheat on you and trick you? Of course I wouldn't. No way. Wow. Stereo's perfect. Separation. Wow. Time to go. Time to go. Amazing. God, I can't believe they're good. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody in there? Just nod if you can hear me. I can play that on the guitar, actually, believe it or not. Some lucky person's going to be serenaded by me one day. There we go. Right. Okay, I'm going to call this quits now, and I'm going to watch if there's anything on that damn square box in the corner, which you call a television. There's normally crap on there. I don't know, it's always rubbish. Thank God for Amazon and Amazon Prime and Netflix, which I don't use anymore, Netflix, so, you know, I don't know. I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube on the TV. That's what I actually do. But there we go. Wow, amazing. Let me go back now. Hang on, let's go back to the beginning of that. Oh, no squeaking, nothing. God. There we go. Right, so let's see. Always turn down the volume control to 0 when you switch an amp off. There we go. Amp first, and then cassette. Wow. Yep, it blew my socks off. I think there's a saying. It did blow my socks off. The sound, I never dreamt it would sound so good. I thought, nah, it's going to sound really crappy and hissy and really like hello, 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 you know, anybody in there? I thought it was going to sound really crap. But, nah, I'm amazed. And these cassettes, I don't know if you can see, but they're not glued together. A lot of cassettes years ago were, hang on, let's take it out. Oh, it's got a good leader. A lot of cassettes years ago were glued together. No, not these. Look, screws. They're actually screwed. Used to get the high-end cassettes like TDK and stuff like that screwed together. BASF. They're screwed. God. Amazing. Wow. What's the brand on that? BKB. I'll tell you how much I paid for them, alright? It was about £5 for 3 of them, which is a bargain. That's a bargain of a lifetime. And now I've actually tested them, I might... Well, this is a good review for these cassettes. So what I might do... I might find out who actually makes these and send them the video and see if I can get some for nothing. You never know. I'm promoting their product, and you know, I've said nothing but good things about their products, so you never know. Wow, screws, look at that. I actually thought they were glued. They're not. Huh. Well, there we go, folks. I'm going to join these 2 segments together and upload it onto my YouTube channel, and yeah. Wow, where's Frankie? It's Frankie boy. There he is, Frankie. The best of Frank Sinatra. Great. That's my dad's, actually. He recorded it on his Iowa Music Center. So these are quite precious to me, you know. Oh my God. They're very precious. All right then, folks. I'm going to join these together. It's going to take a bit of time on iMovie. And then I'll upload it. All right then, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's brilliant. And I'll talk to you all later. Okay, so, yeah. Thumbs up for the Technics. What's the model number again? There we go. The RS263US. Yeah, blew my socks off, these cassettes. And I'm so glad this machine actually worked. I'm not going to open it and bother changing belts. Why change it when it's working? And so the only thing I'm going to do is extend that. Look, I've had to put a bloody extension lead. Oh. So I've got these special clips. What you do, you bear the wire and you literally push the wire in and they lock. And then I just put some self-amalgamating tape around it. I've got the actual other lead somewhere. Where is it? Oh, it's under there somewhere. But there we go. Yeah, so yeah. Let me join this together and I shall talk to you all later. And please, I'm waiting for these bearings to come in to fix the motor. Where's the motor now? I can't even find that damn thing. There it is over there. Look at that. Oh. Right, right, I'm off now. Enjoy your rest of your evening. It's coming up to 20 to 10 here at the moment. So this will probably be ready around about 11 or just after 11 o'clock UK time. And I shall talk to you later. Okay, bye for now.